Oh yeah. Hey, welcome to Alternative, shedding light on alternative music. I'm William Cook, and today I'm sharing my thoughts on the sophomore album from Australian alt-rock band Middle Kids with Today We're the Greatest. I came across Middle Kids with their 2018 debut full-length Lost Friends, and that holds the rather successful single Edge of Town, along with my personal favorite in the single Mistake, and a few deep cut standouts with On My Knees, Please, and Never Start. They followed that with the New Songs for Old Problems EP in 2019, which gave me the incredible single Real Thing, a moody soft rocker with an amazing power to it that makes the song a hard one to beat from Middle Kids. Easily their best, in my opinion. And now we have their sophomore full-length, and though nothing is quite as special as Real Thing, the album does have its moments, but it also does struggle to keep me invested at some parts. We got the lead single, Are You For Me, back in the fall, and it was a very promising introduction to this new chapter for the band, with its peppy beat and wonderfully infectious chorus, along with that frenzied, playful instrumental bridge that does a great job at making that final chorus hit with some extra force. The next single, Questions, holds a more serious tone to it. It sounds like it's about an unhealthy relationship. It builds around the clapping percussion, which is pretty cool, and it works its way to the big horn instrumental break, something I'm pretty sure we haven't heard from Middle Kids before. The third single, Cellophane Brain, is my favorite takeaway off the album. The soft opening guitar sets up such a sweet mood, and I just love the flow of things as the drums pick up. We get more of that clapping percussion as it leads to the crash in the second chorus that just gives you that real satisfying hit of emotion. The song seems to be about someone who's grinding away at their career and staying firm with their devotion to being successful, while at the same time they're kind of crumbling internally and losing their self in the process. The lyric, Nothing More Sad Than a Man Who Cries in His Car in the Driveway, really paints a picture of this hardworking guy who pulls up to his house at the end of the day and just falls apart. It's pretty gut-wrenching. We got Stacking Chairs a couple weeks ahead of the album, and it's another lovely song, this one holding a bit more of a comforting presence to it with its love song lyrics. The chorus has a great pull to it, and it's ultimately just a very heartwarming and sweet listen. So they did a great job with those four singles. Nothing that had me going crazy like with Real Thing, but keeping me happy with these thoughtful, decently energetic, full and catchy alternative rockers. Frontwoman Hannah Joy continuing to show her dominance behind the mic with her warm delivery. And we got another good one with the fifth single, the album's closing title track, Today We're the Greatest. There's a bit of a classic feel to this one with the piano-led melody and the real open and encouraging chorus that has a bit of a familiar feel to it, and it sounds like a song that I could see them finishing their set with on future tours. But then we have the deep cuts, and I did find myself struggling with a few of these. I was surprised to see how much they slowed things down for some of them. Like the opener, Bad Neighbours, really eases you into the album on a slow and pretty somber note that I found a bit tough to grab my interest. After several listens, though, I have come to find the melody pleasant enough to get me singing along a bit. The troubled lyrics are very admirable, but the song just doesn't hold enough power behind it to really make me feel something. Lost in Los Angeles is another softie, using what sounds like a banjo to add some folksy texture to it, and this is a standout for me with the deep cuts. I don't find too much to grab onto with the verses, but the sweet, melancholic melody of the chorus definitely manages to get me in the gut a bit. Lyrically, it seems to be about someone who's losing hope in a relationship and coming to terms with the fact that it's not gonna work. And they continue the slow song formula with Golden Star, a very delicate track with no percussion, just some nice, gentle guitar. But really, it's a pretty weightless track that isn't gonna do it for me. Though I do kinda like the choir-like vocals in the outro. And then we have Summer Hill, which brings in some rolling drums for the chorus, but it's still a pretty slow song, stretching things out for the longest runtime of the album. And again, it's not really gripping me. The repeated chorus line fails to move me, and it just continues this mid-album slump. I am much more pulled in with Some People, Stay in Our Hearts Forever. The drum work is wonderful on this song. You really notice it as it heads towards the second chorus with that tight hi-hat pattern. And the chorus has such a nice pull to it and really opens up with the I'm so sorry part, especially during the final go-through when you can hear more of that ride cymbal. The drums sound fabulous, and it makes for a real lush blend of instrumentation as the song comes to its end. They keep the energy up with Run With You, and it's an easy, catchy, running hook, but the emotional pull isn't quite there for me. And then I Don't Care. This one has Hannah laying down the F-bomb for the main hook, which is fun. And again, it's bright, driven, upbeat, but a little repetitive. And though I like the carefree attitude, I do find this one gets a little monotonous. Ultimately, though, we've got ourselves a rather solid group of songs from Middle Kids. This is a wonderfully talented group of musicians, and with Hannah Joy's pretty captivating vocals leading the way, it's hard not to appreciate this stuff. I've rated each song, I've crunched the numbers, and I've settled on a final score of a nice and solid 7.0. That's gonna wrap it up. Thank you for checking this out. Love a thumbs up if you liked what you saw. Hit the subscribe for more alternative content, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to chat, and I'll see you next time.